We're going from 0 to 60 with Brother Bear, so let's get cracking! Hello all my explorers, and welcome back to Loren's Adventures Out There. And if you're new, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Loren, and I'm with Castles, Capes, and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. We do unboxings and hauls, pins, box swaps, Disney news, Disney reviews, and more. So if that sounds fun to you, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. We are continuing our series from 0 to 60, our look at the films of Walt Disney Animation Studios in chronological order. We started off with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and we are going to end with Encanto. Today, we will be looking at 2003's Brother Bear. Now, Brother Bear follows a native Alaskan named Kenai, who kills a bear as revenge for her killing his brother. But the spirits are angered by this because the mother was trying to protect her baby, and that's why she killed the brother. It was part of a circle of life kind of thing. But Kenai killed the bear for no reason outside of revenge. So they decided to turn him into a bear. And he had to remain a bear until he learned a lesson. And he had to go north to find the lights in order to turn back into a human. Along the way, he meets a young bear named Coda, who is orphaned by his mother, who was killed, and you will see that the two have a lot of similarities, and that is what Big Brother Bear is about. I was going to say Big Brother. Brother Bear is about. So how this film came to be was that Michael Eisner was thinking about the commercial and critical success of The Lion King, and he really wanted to go back to doing something with animals, and he suggested North America for the backdrop. He had a painting that he really loved, and he wanted the hero to be a bear, because Lion King and the King of the Forest is a bear. And so he kicked it to the animation studios. There was an original idea, which was inspired by King Lear, and it was about an old blind bear who traveled the forest with his 3 daughters. And then they decided to kind of rewrite it and make it a tale about a father and son, where the son turns into a bear, and he remains a bear at the end. But then they started thinking about bringing in a younger character that would be a brother to Kenai, who would turn into the bear, and they developed Coda instead. Actually, Michael Clark Duncan was supposed to be the father in the original version, but when they cut out that character, they actually liked Michael Clark Duncan's voice, and they developed another character. He would be Tug, the leader of the bears that were doing the salmon run. When they had the story down and it was green lit, they did a lot of research, going to Alaska, the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, and Kodiak Island, They went to several national parks to study the bears, as well as different zoos and things like that. One of my issues with the film is the casting. Not that the cast wasn't a good cast, but it was primarily white actors playing native roles, and it should have gone to more native actors. I think that, if this film was done nowadays, they would have made more of a attempt to include native actors. I think there was only one actor who was the narrator, and they had actually had him write dialogue in a native language, and then recorded that in Anchorage, but everything else was recorded in Los Angeles. Joaquin Phoenix was Kenai, and he was very excited about it. He actually said, "Oh, but forget the Oscar nomination for Gladiator. The real pinnacle is that I'm playing an animated character in a Disney film. Isn't that the greatest?" I really like that. The fact that he was, very big into that. Also, filmmakers heard the audition tapes for Finding Nemo and really liked Jeremy Suarez, so they cast him as Coda. They also had two moose named Rut and Tuck, and they had David Thomas and Rick Moranis record those voices. The Rut and Tuck were basically based on characters that Thomas and Moranis had created that were kind of stereotypical Canadians, and it was fun to have them record that. And then, of course, we talked about Michael Clark Duncan playing the role of Tug, where he was originally supposed to be the father. Because Tarzan was so successful, they asked Phil Collins to come back and compose songs for this movie, as well as co-write the score with Mark Mancina. Collins, though, was a little bit disappointed because he found out that he wouldn't be singing all of the songs himself. He wrote 6 songs for the movie. Tina Turner sang the opening song. The Blind Boys of Alabama also sang a song. And the Bulgarian Women's Choir performed a song called Transformation, which was a song that Collins wrote and translated into Inuit Eskimo language. Originally, Home on the Range was supposed to come out first. Home on the Range was supposed to come out in 2003 and Brother Bear in 2004. But because Disney wanted to advertise Brother Bear with the release of Lion King on DVD, they moved up the film. So Brother Bear came first, and Home on the Range came in spring of 2004. Critical reaction was generally negative. It scored 37% on Rotten Tomatoes. They said the consensus was that it was pleasant and gentle, but it was unremarkable Disney fare. With so-so animation and generic plotting. Box office wise, it did fairly well. It opened second to Scary Movie 3. And on the second weekend, it continued a strong showing. It ended up with about $250 million worldwide at the end. And it was a lower budget film, so that actually added to the success. It was nominated for an Academy Award, but lost to Finding Nemo. The song Welcome actually became an anthem to Walt Disney's Parade of Dreams, which celebrated the 50th anniversary of Disneyland. It's actually also used quite a bit at Disneyland itself, the band performing the song. It's a great kind of welcome song for visitors coming to the park for the first time or the 100th time. There was also going to be a television series for Disney Channel that they were developing. It's not that it didn't do well, but because Disney Channel's goal was trying to reach tween audiences, and they felt it was counterproductive to do the series. They did do a direct-to-video sequel called Brother Bear 2, which actually starred Mandy Moore. Overall, I have to say that I do enjoy Brother Bear. I think that I tend to agree with the critics that, it's not one of Disney's most dazzling movies. But does every movie have to be dazzling? I felt that it had a very pleasant story. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. My biggest problem with the film is the fact that most of the actors are white, and they are supposed to be Native Americans, and it just always bothers me when, again, you hear it all the time. Representation matters, and it does. And I'm not going to back away from that. I will always want for people of color to be represented in film, even if it's a voice. What did you think of Brother Bear? Let me know in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? And if you had a good time today, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. Visit us on all of our socials down below. Visit our website at www.castlescapesandclones.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you later. Bye!